Hey everyone, this is my video about Gmail features that I think will improve your workflow. I use most of these all the time, and I have noticed that it makes my emails far less overwhelming. I don't know about you, but some people, this number right here in their inbox is 3 or 4 times what I have. I used to have a much higher number here as well. But now that I've learned how to sort of manage my inbox using some tools that improve workflow, my email's way less overwhelming. So some ways that you can make your email less overwhelming. One of the ways is to use Drive to share large attachments. Stop trying to send huge files and emails. They're hard to get them to go through, especially on our internet here. They take up space in your outbox and space in the person's inbox, and likely they'll still have to download it and add it to their computer. So it's going to be taking up space in many places. When I have large files, I share them directly through Drive, through my email. What I do is I go to Compose to send a new email, and I'll send an email to Brenda. It's actually going to be her second one. And I'm going to share with her TRF because we're working on tutorials with her kids and she needs a copy of this. Brenda, here is a copy of the TRF. So instead of attaching a file here, which means I'd have to download it and then attach it, I'm going to click directly on Google Drive here and find the item I want to share. And now it's going to be automatically shared with her through Google Drive. There's no uploading, downloading, nothing. Just click on send, and the document is sent and shared with her. Oh, look, there's my undo send. Another feature of Google Gmail is Google Hangouts. You can see over here are my Google Hangouts. If you can't see this options here, click down here on the Google Hangouts icon. That just closed mine. Now it's open again. This is a really good way to communicate with people when the message doesn't warrant an entire email. When you just want to say something quick. For instance, if I can click on Brenda here, and I sent her a test message earlier. And these messages will automatically pop up on her screen. It'll play a sound. And instead of having to take the time to see an email and then having to respond to an email, it's just an instant message, which makes things much more manageable for most people. So I really like using Google Hangouts to improve my workflow. I also like having multiple inboxes. The way that you turn on multiple inboxes is to go to Settings, Configure Inbox, and you can see here I have all of these inboxes turned on: social, promotions, updates, forums. You can only have the ones you want. You don't have to have all 5, but I use all 5. You can include starred emails in your primary, which is going to be your first column here. Then when I save that, you can see I have my 5 inboxes here: primary, social, promotions, updates, and forums. And I have trained my Gmail about where to send things. For instance, I used to receive my Google Classroom emails in my primary folder. To stop that, I started dragging them to the updates folder. For instance, let's look at this. This Travefy notification. This is actually a promotional email, so it shouldn't go in my updates. I'm going to click on this email, drag it over here, and put it with all the other emails, people who are trying to sell me something. Now that I've done that, you see I get this option here. Did I mean to do that, or do I want all of these emails to keep going to this folder? Yes. That means from now on, all the emails from Travefy are going to go to promotions. It's a really good way to help clear out the clutter. That way you make sure you see the emails that are the most important as soon as you open your Gmail, and you don't have to sift through things like Twitter updates or Google Classroom updates. So that's how I use multiple inboxes to improve my workflow with Gmail. You can also do priority inbox. It's another way to manage your inbox. Go to settings, and then go to inbox. You can see here is another way you can set up your categories, but you can also change what type of inbox you have here to important first, unread first, starred first, or priority inbox. When you change to priority inbox, you can add whatever sections are important to you. You can change what kind of sections you want here. You can name what each tab is about, which I might do. I might change to priority inbox. And it essentially does the same thing as these multiple inboxes that they already have set up. It just allows you to send emails to different tabs based on what they're about. So you could send the attendance emails to a tab that you don't check every half an hour, and keep the most important emails like emails from John or Jason coming to your primary inbox. So priority inbox is just another way to organize your inbox. I really like to use labels to help improve my workflow. Also, as you can see over here, I have a few labels. My Google from last year label, Google Classroom, my digital media label for emails that I get from my students. To create a label, come over here and click on More. Go all the way down to Create New Label. And I'll call this my Google Educator label. I'm not going to nest it under another label. I'm going to create. And now you can see here is the Google Educator label I just created. This box here allows me to choose what color I want the label to appear. So let's make this label like this. So anything that I apply this label to is going to appear in this box. For instance, if you look over here at my primary, this one has this email has a purple lower school label. That's because this email went to the entire lower school, and emails that go to the lower school get this lower school label from me. A way that you can take this a step further is by creating filters. To create a filter, first you create your label that you want. So for instance, I just created my Google Educator label. I'm going to go over here to settings. And I'm going to come to filters and blocked addresses. You can block people from emailing you, which is really nice. And you can also create filters. You can see I have one here for lower school. All my lower school emails go here. And I have one for upper school. All my upper school emails go here. Let me show you how to create a filter. So I want to have all my Google Educator emails go to this Google Educator folder here. So to make sure that happens, I'm going to put all the emails that have the words Google Educator. It's going to be my filter. Any email that has the word Google Educator is going to get filtered into this folder. To finish creating the filter, I put my little words in there, and now I'm going to create filter with this search. And now I have the options to what to do whenever this filter is applied. When this filter is applied, I want to have a star next to the email to make sure I don't miss it. And I want it to go to the Google Educator folder. Now that I'm creating the folder, that means any emails that I get that have the words Google Educator in them are going to go to this Google Educator folder.